Targeting. With Mega Live Imaging and Target Lock, it's as simple as lock on, fish on. Only from Humminbird.
So much storage, and I'm telling you what, man, the room is unbelievable. Welcome, everybody, the Mr. Crappie Invitational. We're fixing to kick it off right now. Boom!
Once again, welcome. We're glad you're with us.
Welcome, everybody, the Mr. Crappie Invitational. Everybody, Wally Marshall, Mr. Crappie. Welcome to the Mr. Crappie Invitational. Hey, stay tuned for a great championship.
Planet Earth. My name is Billy Kinder. I host an outdoor radio show, hunting, fishing, outdoor show, Sirius XM, and about 130 radio stations, 140, 50, something like that, across the country. And for the last little while, we've been telling the world about this incredible opportunity for crappie fishing right here in Birmingham, Alabama. We're proud to be here. I know Wally has been on cloud nine for a year, planning to come to Birmingham, and we're so thrilled with each of you that's come through the door today. We're going to have a fun weigh-in. I would encourage you to yell and scream and pick a team and get behind them and cheer hard. And this guy's going to help you do that. We borrowed him from Major League Fishing this weekend. Our old friend Chris Jones, come on up here. Chris has never missed a Mr. Crappie Classic weigh-in, and we're proud to have you back, Chris. Glad you're here.
Hey, glad to be here, Billy. And you're right, man. This is the 5th annual Mr. Crappie Invitational. You know, coming from the bass world, where we put lots of tournaments on all year, this is definitely one of my favorite tournaments of the year. And I think a lot of times, a lot of that is most bass anglers love crappie fishing too. And this is so competitive, and these guys are so good, especially with their electronics, but they're just great anglers. And to make it to the final day here in this 5th annual Mr. Crappie Invitational, not an easy task, because we all know that Lake Logan Martin was fishing tough this week, but it's tough for everybody. And the cream always rises to the top, and the 10 anglers that have, or the 10 teams that have made it to this final day have definitely punched their ticket here and have earned that. It's a $129,000 purse. $3,000 of that goes to the big fish of the tournament, which right now holds at 2.04 pounds. That was caught on day one. The 10 teams that made the cut to this final day are back there ready to go. Weights are cumulative, carrying over all 3 days of the tournament. And we're going to weigh them in 10th place to first place, and we're going to build some drama. We're making television for the folks watching online. Welcome you to the BJCC. Birmingham has a lot of history in the fishing world, from classics and Forest Wood Cups to this event here we love coming here. And it's not only, there's a lot of people that work so hard on the scenes and behind the scenes to make this event successful, starting with the visionary Wally Marshall himself. But we can tell you, Birmingham has been a great host. I mean, this has been a lot of fun. This facility is excellent. The whole crappie world's been here this week. And, man, we're excited. We're excited about the future and coming back. So thank you, Birmingham. And I think the very first thing that we do before we get started weighing them in, because they can hear you back there, is give the top 10 teams that made it to Championship Sunday a huge round of applause for their hard work.
Come on.
$50,000 first place to the champions today. All 10 teams get paid today, and only you can do this rough math. I've got my mathematician, my Kentucky brother back here, Randy Sullivan, who is a tournament director with the Bass Federation, puts tournaments on all over the country. Him and Donnie, they're a very experienced staff. And Billy Kinder, that's the voice of what's going, the voice of our show. But 42 ounces, however you want to look at that, separates 10th from first. So literally less than 3 pounds, anyone can win this today. It's a 7-fish limit. We know that the weights are close, tight. And with $50,000 first place prize on the line. And remember this, the money spins, the hardware lasts forever. And in this game, relationships are eternal. And we're making memories today. Billy, you got the 10th place team. Are you ready?
I do. I'm going to invite the Threadgill brothers to join me up here on stage, Chris, before we send them over to you. Come on up here, guys. Now, Brandon is closest to me. And Jason has the beard back there. Did you start that last night for good luck?
I've been growing it since I was about 3.
Okay, 3 days. That's a 3-day growth is what he's trying to tell us there. You guys drew up number 1. The first thing we do, folks, when we get these guys together before the tournament starts is we draw boat numbers. Everybody can't go out at the same time, so we draw. And if you get number 1, you get to go out first. You've got to jump on hitting the good spots. And it paid off for you day 1 being the early bird out.
Yeah, we did. We've been doing really good in the morning, so, yeah, it helped being first for sure.
The problem is day 2 you have to go out last.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's bad waiting on watching everybody else leave, knowing you're dead last.
And today you needed to catch a fish or two. Have you got a big one in there we're going to see?
We don't. That's what we missed today, that big bite. We just needed one big one, but we didn't.
Well, go over there and show us 7 good ones. I know you guys know how to catch them, and they've got goodies for you guys too. Look at this, Chris.
Absolutely, Billy. We love it when our anglers give away stuff. Lots of stuff to give away. It's good stuff. All right, Threadgills, man, we love giving away some stuff. That's for sure. Hey, let me tell you this. Coming into this, all 10 teams have a 7-fish limit. They all caught them today on Lake Logan Martin. And here we go. It's Brandon and Jason Threadgill. They come into today with 16.73. So they're going to get started. They need about 3 pounds to take the lead. They've got 7 in the bag worth. 9.75, 975. Whatever your big fish is, we'll put it in there. It's a great start. 9.75. Good job. All right, big fish is going to go 1.20, 120. And that's a total weight for 3 days, 26.48. Let's go talk about it. Threadgill's catching them, man, on day 3. That's a pretty good start. Let me get in between you guys. Come sandwich me. Hey, let's talk about 3 good days, but today a really good day. And overall, man, to make it here with that level of competition, it's pretty fierce back there, man. There's 9 other teams, man. Any of you guys that wait so close could win that $50,000.
That's right. We got some sticks behind us, though. They coming. You can hear them back there. Yeah, they coming.
Pretty good day. Pretty good day 3.
Yeah, it was a pretty good day, but our bite was actually a little late today, and by the time it started, there was a lot of people having fun on the lake. I'm gonna tell you, a lot.
And you're at your expense, and many times I got you. Well, talk about now. We can let the cats out of the bag, man. Talk about how you caught them this week. Keys to success. How did you make it to Championship Sunday? Break down line size, baits. How'd you get here?
Well, we was using really small, probably 16th and 24-ounce jig heads, and really a lot of plastics and hand ties. We was throwing everything we had at these fish, trying to get them to bite. It was kind of a tough bite. We was fishing a lot of brush piles, and the bigger fish were on the bottom around the brush piles.
I got you. How deep are you guys fishing?
Anywhere from 10 foot to 24 foot.
Gotcha. Brush piles on the ledges?
Yes, and in the creeks.
I got you. Okay. Line size?
6-pound K9.
There you go. Pretty good stuff. Well, it seems like that worked for you. I'm not sure that we'll win this thing, but it's payday regardless.
That's right. That's what you do it for, standing up here.
Absolutely. Anybody in the crowd you want to give a shout out to, or anybody watching in the Mr. Crappie universe online?
Yeah, all my peeps are out here, and I love y'all. I appreciate y'all's support, too.
He's got his priorities straight.
Yeah, of course, I'd always like to thank my family, because without their support, you can't do this. But I got a lot of good sponsors that really help, and they have awesome products. Trophy Graph Systems, they're here. They make some awesome mounts. Miller Tech Lithium, I've never had battery problems. I run them all day, 2 days sometimes. K9 Fishing Line, Puddle Jumper Lures, all great products.
Absolutely. It takes a village, man, to make this go, and you guys have got the village intact. Proud of you. Great job this week. Let's hear it for the Threadgills, your new leaders, and they will take over the hot seats. Who's next, Billy?
Hey, we got the Whitlow boys here. So we saw brothers right over there sitting in that hot seat. Come on up here, guys. This is the Bobcat. I want y'all to meet my friend, the Bobcat. Look at him. Look at him, Hal. Go on up there, Bobby. Let him get a look at you.
Bobcat.
These guys are from the great state of Virginia, Bugs Island. There's crappie in Bugs Island. They have a lot of tournaments up there, catch a lot of big fish on Bugs Island. And these guys win a lot of those tournaments up there, fishing out of Clarksville, Virginia. Now, these guys own an outdoor store up there, all kinds of stuff. And it looks like they're going to be a little short on inventory for a while because they're chunking some goodies out to everybody. Good shot, Bobby. That was pretty good. Got a pretty good arm. They call him the Bobcat. Don't you fall off that edge over there, Bobcat. You got on that. You have not fallen off a boat this year. That's good. That's good. Come back here and talk to me. You guys have had a really good week. This is a whole lot different than what you're fishing back home, weather-wise and water-wise, everything. But you've adjusted. You've done well.
We have. Give Lord all the praise, but it's just, man, it's been an awesome week. You know, sometimes you can't do anything wrong. Or everything goes your way. Some of the years everything went the wrong way, but hey, we just couldn't do no wrong. And,
last year you guys took off in this big tournament, Bobby, and boom, you knocked the lower unit out of your motor, and you were scrambling a little bit. This year, totally different, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hadn't had no issues and learned a little bit every day and all come together towards the end of the week when they needed to.
I guess so. Hey, listen, talk to me a little bit about those fish in that bag. Are we about to get fired up in here?
Yeah, we had a good day.
Oh, hey, let's go weigh them. Go see. We had a good day. That's a subtle little deal.
Sounds like it, Billy. Here we go. The Whitlows, man, come into today in 9th place with 16.82 in 2 days on Lake Logan Martin. To take the lead, they're going to need 9.67. That will take the lead from the Threadgills. 967 is what we're looking at. Big bag. Biggest bag of the event. 12.02. 12.02. Wow! For the Whitlows on Championship Sunday. Wow.
Man, it's good to be in Birmingham.
Woo! We've had a sermon each day.
Last time I was here in Birmingham, I came down in Woo Day's Bassmaster Classic, and he invited me, and I got to go to the banquet and all. And man, I always wanted to come back to Birmingham. Now I want somebody to paint me a Birmingham.
Whichever one you want, they're all good. They're all good. Jeez, peaks. That one goes 158. 15. Is that the one you want away? Yeah. Let's go talk about it, man. These guys have caught them this week. Before you guys shake hands, we need to weigh one, weigh another one. I'll bring some out front. Let's see the winning stringer. Getting it done. Biggest bag of the event so far comes on Championship Sunday. Great job for the Whitlows.
Chris, we need a little cornmeal's all we need, brother.
That's it. Have a fish fry.
Nice job, guys.
God, the other three are giants, too. Good job, gentlemen. Man. Great bag of fish. All right, so your 3-day total comes in at 28.84. Let's go talk about it, fellas. 28.84, 3 days on Lake Logan Martin. Well, let me just say, first off, man, you guys, you saved the best. Come on, step on up. You ain't taking the mic yet. Come on up here. There we go. All right. You saved your best day for last. And by the way, last 2 days, Bobcat's giving us a sermon. And I've been doing this 20-something years. Nobody takes the mic from Big Daddy. But he took the mic both days. So, probably going to happen again.
No, sir, I try.
Good job. Talk about today.
Oh, it was an awesome day. We went into day 3. We didn't have any pressure on us at all. We had the pressure on us yesterday. Our goal, we could be in the top 10. I mean, we were just fortunate and blessed to be able to come fish with this elite group. But the top 10, we thought we'd had accomplishment. And yesterday, we were on the bubble. After day 1, we were in 13th place, and it was real close. And we thought we had a good shot in getting in the top 10. And that's it came down. We did. We were 9th going in. We just got blessed. The first fish we caught yesterday morning was a 188, and that was a good way to start the day. And we struggled all day. I mean, to get our bag. We ended up with a good bag of fish, and anyway, we ended up at 9th. But we had to work hard for them. It took all day. It wasn't easy. It was a typical tournament. Today, we didn't figure, like I said, we had no pressure. We knew we were going to be in the top 10, and we knew we were going to go home with a check. No pressure, but we were going to fish hard, and it went too easy. Just easiest tournament day I ever had. I was going to go on instinct, went back to our stuff that we had found in pre-fishing, but we fished some of the same stuff we fished yesterday. We figured surely we didn't burn it out. It was a couple other guys right up in it was 3 or 4 other guys fishing that area, and we all hit the same stuff in the course of a day. And some of them came up a little short yesterday, 6 and 7 pounds. And I said, man, without that big fish the day before, we wouldn't have got but 8. And I said, if we can get 8 out of there, we'll be doing good. And like I said, we couldn't do anything wrong. It's just like God said, cast over that away. I mean, it just didn't lose any fish. And then we started getting a little more pressure on us because we caught such good fish. Then we get thinking numbers, hey, we could jump up. We thought last night was a good day. Somebody always goes up. Somebody stumbles normally, and that's fishing. We thought maybe, hey, we might squeeze a 6th, 7th out of this. So anyway, we'll see. I mean, I know it's a lot of big bags behind us. A lot of those guys had, a couple pound jump, and but it's just to be here. Oh, man, it's awesome.
Love it, man. Let's hear it for, that is the greatest interview ever. Man. Not sure there's anything left to say. What you got, Bobcat?
Thank some people and leave it at that.
I like it.
First, I want to thank God. He provides the opportunity to be here. Then my wife, Tiffany, and 2 girls, Scarlett and Ella, I love y'all. My dad, I wouldn't have the opportunity without him. And Barbara, she goes with us on the road and fixes us food and keeps us rolling. Our crew back at the store keeps the business rolling while we're on the road. Our crappie trail at home that we run, they always make us strive to be better fishermen. Trippy Sticks jigs, the 188 I caught yesterday come off of a jig TJ tied from Virginia. If you're looking for a good hand-tied jig, check them out. Jinko rods, the X7 caught every fish we caught this week. Slime line, he helps us out a whole lot. And if you need fluorocarbon, K9's a good line as well. Queen tackle, tungsten panfish head, I used that a lot this week. Slab stalker baits I used a lot, and also Karen Coon Real Estate always helps us. And Wildlife, Lou, Strike King, they help us with our local trail and on the road, and we appreciate them. And all the good luck, thanks, and wishes from Tex from home. The support's been awesome.
Like it. Well said, sir. By the way, your first time to Logan Martin?
It is.
You like it?
Well, I love it.
I guarantee you.
I mean, not even by being on the stage, I think the lake fished really well. But September, and I know every lake's different, but I know at home Lake Bugs Island, Kerr Lake, it's an awesome lake, and you get 13 to 15 pound bags in the spring, but yet September can be one of those 9 pound. It's a hard month on the black crappie especially. So, but no, it's a beautiful lake. Man, I just want that landing up there, Lincoln Landing. I mean, I've been all over the country, and it's been some other nice facilities, don't get me wrong, but that is awesome. I mean, I don't remember anything, but I'd love to have one back on that home lake, Bugs Island, Kerr, in Clarksville, Virginia. But that was great. Man, I told them coming in here, whoo, I just coming down that interstate with that escort, and then police officers on the motorcycles, they done an awesome job. I thought the only time I'd ever be in an escort is when they were carrying me to bury me. Woo! I'm glad I got to make this ride first. And, but I'd like to thank a couple people, like I said, I got my list with me because anybody knows me well, I got about 300 or 400 pages of list. And so I'm about 4 or 5 years out. But anyway, I do want to thank God Almighty, I mean, first and foremost. And like I said, I want to thank my family. I thank my wife, all she does and supports me. All my family, like Bobby said, our employees, all of our friends and fishing family. And I want to thank Wally. Without Wally, we wouldn't be here. I want a big shout out to him. I'll tell you, all of them have run smooth. I think this has been the smoothest, though. It was just awesome. I want to thank Chris here. I want to thank Billy. I mean, like I said, Strike.
Chris, have a seat.
But, hey, I love y'all. And good luck to everybody. So more guys.
I love you.
No.
No, whoa, I moved your chair. There you go.
I'm
good. You good?
Well, like I said, I think I want to hit my sponsors, like I said, Strike King, Catch a Fever, his rods, his line. He's been very good to us, Bobby and I. Plus, we run a tournament trail back there home. He's been good to the trail, so I want a big shout out to him, Caleb. Like I said, Strike King, Lou's, and Mr. Crappie, they do a lot for our trail. So I want to thank him. Like I said, Wally, I think, but thank y'all. But I'll give y'all a little short testimony. It's very short. But I am very glad to be up here with my son. 4 or 5 years ago, the doctor said he's the sickest man in the hospital. He said, that boy needs prayers. I said, well, he's getting prayers. He didn't know he was in the world for a right good while. They had to put the temperature running 105 degrees days. But anyway, he was getting prayers all over the country. So I still thank people today that prayed and thank God for doing that miracle. So if you've never seen a miracle, you look right there, you see a miracle. And one more miracle they done this last December. We were going duck hunting. I hadn't been the whole year. And we got cold enough to freeze over all the swamps back home in the pond. Anyway, we went duck hunting. Me and him and my grandson were going. Well, my daughter was in and my other grandchildren. I said, no, I'm not going if they stay over. Anyway, they went. I shouldn't have let them went. We went up with a bigger boat to put in. There was so much mud, ice, couldn't get down the ramp stuff. Anyway, they took my John boat. I was supposed to pick them up at 4:30, and they didn't show up. And boy, the thing is running through my mind. I got to praying. Well, anyway, I'm going to make it short. He finally, somebody brings him up. But, I mean, I was thinking a lot of bad stuff. They boat capsized, 16 degrees, and he pulled my grandson out. He lost that gun. I ain't worried about a gun, but I mean twice that's happened. But you know, but anyway, I'm gonna get up and give you the other. But you know, I just say the keys to success is God, motivation, determination, wisdom, integrity. And instead of seeking the perfect world in this fallen world, pour your energy into seeking the perfect one, God. We love y'all. Good luck to the rest of these anglers. Woo!
Woo! New leaders!
Love you, Bobcat.
Hands. Shake hands with the Thread Gills. Billy, that's good.
Chris, the other guys went home a while ago. No, they're right back here. I want to bring them up here now. You guys come join me. Come on, Gary. Come on, Tim. Now, you bald-headed guys are about to get real jealous, I promise you. I want you to look at the head of hair on this man right here. And the secret is coconut oil, right?
I used a little of that to get the frizzes out of it a little bit.
Yeah, it takes the frizz out. Now, Gary Stevens, you live up on Gunnersville. Everybody knows Gunnersville has a great bass lake, good crappie lake.
It is. It's a great crappie lake and a bass lake, and you know, we do quite a bit of bass fishing up there. But crappie is my passion. But Logan Martin's a great lake too. You know, we fished it before. We won on Logan Martin before, but we struggled this week a little bit finding the bigger fish, and the fish we were catching, you know, with about 8.5 pounds, you know, tops we could get, and we knew we were going to have 10.5 pounds to win every day. Yeah. And we still think it's going to take around, you know, 30 pounds or so.
Yeah, so I know you had a goal, Tim Little, when you left the ramp this morning. You guys had a goal in mind. You have to have a strategy. What were some of your goals when you left? What are some things y'all had talked about?
We were trying to improve every day. You know, today was no exception. Even though, you know, a lot of those places are getting hit multiple times, that's the goal, to go out and do better every day that you go out. We did a lot of things to try to help get those fish to bite. During this time of year, the fish are getting all the food they want because there's just tons and tons of shad out there. So downsizing your bait and anything you can do, light line, anything you can do to increase your chances of getting one more bite, it's what you do to, you know, in the tournament fishing.
You got 7 in that bag, so the plan must have worked. Let's go see Chris and see what they weigh. You want to?
Absolutely. Tim Little, Gary Stevens. Tim and I go way back to the Major League Fishing days on the West Coast, the Toyota Series, back then known as the Everstart Series. These guys have had a great week. No stranger to the final day at the Mr. Crappie Invitational. And they come into today with 17.08, 17 pounds, 17.08 in 8th place. To take the lead from the Whitlows, they're going to need 11.77. 11.77. 7 in the bag today. Worth, good bag of fish, 9.19. So 9.19. So go ahead and take the bag out of the basket. We'll go ahead and weigh the biggest one. And then we're going to go ahead and show your 4 best fish off to the crowd. We're going to make a little television here. These guys, no strangers to success in the fishing game. Won a lot of money. Tim Little, Gary Stevens. Catch over 9 pounds today. That's going to have them at 26.27. Your leading weight right now, 28.84. 28.84 leading weight. So we've got 7 teams left. Nice job, guys. Pretty good fish, whichever you want. We'll break any tiebreaker today. That one goes 1.22, 1.22. So go ahead and pick that up. Take them out to the front, Gary, Tim. Smile, man. We'll make some television. It's all good. Great week for Tim Little and Gary Stevens. A top 10 finish in the 5th annual Mr. Crappie Invitational. Payday for these guys. Nice job, guys. Let's go talk about it. Hey, Andy Morgan, he's a pretty famous bass fisherman. When we used to do these weigh-ins, Bobcat, I would hear him over in the hot seat, and every time that someone failed to dethrone him, he would go, cha-ching. And finally I said, hey, Gary, come on up here, you and Tim. Finally I said, man, why do you always do that? He's like, because that's just about $2,000-3,000 more in my pocket every time I beat one of those guys. So if I hear you back there going cha-ching every time you know you knock one of these teams out, I'll understand it. All good. Gary, Tim, pretty good week this week, man.
Oh, man, it was a great week. If you can just fish, in this kind of competition, you can't, it's just amazing the guys that's out there. We had 42 of the best people in the world, and to be able to fish against them, it's just an honor to be here. And Logan Martin's a great lake. This town, everybody you run into here is nice. And and friendly, and you meet somebody going anywhere. Hello, how you doing? Every morning, how you doing? It's just nice to be in a place where everybody's friendly.
Absolutely.
And we enjoyed everything over here. Boat ramp's amazing, and Wally Marshall put together every year the most incredible crappie tournament we've ever fished.
Absolutely,
it's amazing.
It really is, Tim. He works so hard at it, man, behind the scenes. And Gary, break it down for us, man. How'd you guys catch them this week?
Well, we were casting to mainly stumps and a little bit of brush on main river channel and one of the major creeks on the lake. And we kind of went back and forth between the creek channel and the river channel. But that area was getting pounded pretty hard, so we knew it was going to run out. And, so we kind of was worried about it today. But we were afraid to make a long run to some other fish we found. We played it safe, and it just didn't work out today.
Gotcha.
But we were proud of what we had, because we worked hard for them.
Absolutely. A lot of boat traffic out there today?
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't as bad as last Sunday, but today it wasn't too bad. We were fishing upriver area, and you get down in the mid-lake area, it gets a lot worse. But
Gary, man, look up there on the big screen just for a second right there. Man, if I had your hair, do you know what that'd do for my TV career, brother? It would take me to the next level.
It would shorten it, probably.
All right, man, any final words for a great crowd? Anybody watching anywhere in the Mr. Crappie universe or making TV? Tim, your time.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank my wife for keeping everything together at home, and thank my sons for watching, and thank all the friends and family that send texts and everything, and well wishes, and good luck. It all means a lot. And we appreciate every bit of it. And thank all y'all for coming down here to watch us. And thanks for the opportunity to be here. Let me show you a little something here. This is how small of a bait we're using to try to catch fish today. Tiny little baits.
I'm not even sure that qualifies for finesse.
It's super finesse, I guess.
Yes.
About an inch long. Those are one of the companies that we fish a lot of their products. It's Red Rooster. He makes that tiny little bait. It's called a dagger, but that helped me catch the 7 fish I caught today. Without it, I would not have weighed any fish today. So I'm thankful that little bait worked good.
Absolutely. I'm going Logan Martin tomorrow, so I'll just keep it right there. Unless you want to give it to me.
I'd like to thank God for keeping us safe this week. We had a couple of mornings. It was so foggy out there you couldn't see 10 feet in front of you, and blasting off 42 boats during the tournament. The practice is when it was foggy, But most of the guys played it safe and just idled around, and we're very thankful for that. But as far as the tournament surroundings, the people there, I used to actually live in Pell City. Moved away about 22 years ago, and the people there are the friendliest people anywhere I know of in Alabama. And we had a guy come out. We were fishing around some docks, and he was fishing actually on his dock, and we went around his dock onto some more dock. And he said, "Hey guys, are y'all fishing that tournament?" We said, "Yes, we are." He said, "Well, if you get caught out there in a storm," he said, "you're welcome to come up here and pull up in my dock." He said, "I tell you what," he said, "if you get caught out in a storm, just come up here and knock on the door and come in the house to get out of it." So, that's the kind of people that are around this area. And Birmingham area, I worked here for 20 years. It's great people, great sportsmen in Birmingham. This is a sportsman town, fishermen, hunters, and football. So, anyway, well, we enjoyed it, love it.
Absolutely. Where I come from, it's a football state, Kentucky. Beat those Vanderbilt Commodores yesterday. Hey, listen, before I let you go, if you guys can't win it, wouldn't you love to see Bobcat win it?
Absolutely.
Hey, let's hear it for these guys. Tim Little, Gary Stevens, getting it done this week. Great job to you guys. Awesome. Good to see you, Tim, as always, man. We go way back, and love that guy. He can catch them. Billy?
Great job, guys. They're a lot of fun. You've said before, it takes a village. You say that all the time. It takes sponsors and anglers and families and everybody pulling for each other. I think maybe Bobcat is the mayor of that village, of the spokesman. Look at him over there. He just looks regal. Is that a word? We've got a couple of guys that probably don't get along 1 week out of every year. We got Eric Cagle here from Alabama and Joe Partenza from the great state of Georgia, and he's got his Bulldog hat on. So when Georgia and Alabama tangle, do you guys even speak to each other?
I don't like speaking to them when they ain't tangling.
All right. Y'all must fish good together because it doesn't sound like you like each other.
No, we have a large time. We really love each other, and it's been great to be here. But, the dogs are tough. They've been tough for about 3 years.
They were tough on my TCU Horned Frogs back, I don't want to even talk about that anymore. Hey, you guys roll down the road and fish together a lot. It gets to be a hand in a glove with a good partner. How long y'all been fishing together?
I'd probably say 5 or 6 years now. We fish once or twice a year together, not a lot, but worked out good this week. That's important, having somebody that you get along with and agree with, and helps you make decisions in the boat. And we fish really well together. It worked out really good this week.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And I know you've got 7 in the bag. Is there one in particular in that bag that you're just really proud of, Joe?
Well, I did catch a big fish today, but I didn't catch the most.
Tell me about that fish.
I was rubbing the bottom, and I bounced it, and he hit it, and I brought him in.
Okay, I thought maybe you were going to tell me he had whiskers or something.
Nah.
Let's go see Chris and see what those 7 fish you brought us weigh.
Yeah, throw some stuff out there. Throw them out, absolutely. Let's give some stuff away. Give some stuff away. Eric Cagle and Joe Partenza, while they're throwing out some stuff, they came into today in 7th place, a 2-day total of 17.26, well inside that top 10 cut line. Our current leaders right now, the Whitlows, King of the Hill with 28.84. So when we do the math, Eric and Joe need 11.59. 11.59 to take the lead. Looking for 11.59. 10.25. So a great day today, guys. 10.25. Go ahead and take the bag out of the basket. We'll weigh in your biggest fish, and then we'll let you take your best 4 out front. A 7-fish limit today. Over 10 pounds, a good final day. Great final day for Eric Cagle and Joe Partenza. 27.51 for a 3-day total on Logan Martin in September. It's impressive weights. Yep. Good job, guys. Nice catch That one's 131. 131. So you've got 6 good ones in there. Good job, guys. Good job. Yeah, take them out front. We'll make some television. A great tournament for Eric Cagle, Joe Partenza. They're getting it done this week. A top 10 finish at the 5th annual Mr. Crappie Invitational.
Way to go, guys.
Come up just a little over a pound short. Pretty sure I heard Bobcat Whitlow go cha-ching. All right, let's go out front. Hey, Bobcat, did I see you trying to look at the payout? Yeah, that's what I thought you were trying to do. That's great. That's great. All right, Eric, talk to me just for a second. Joe, you can come over here, man. Eric, pretty good week for you guys on Lake Logan Martin, man.
Man, it was. We were really fortunate to make day 3. We weren't not really on a lot of weight this week. We caught a lot of fish, but just never really dialed in the big fish bite, and I don't think anybody did. A lot of luck involved this weekend. There's 50 fish down there, and you just happen to get one of those big ones on a reaction bite, and that's pretty much how it went this week. I mean, we looked under rocks, docks, stumps, humps, bumps, mops. You name it, we looked under it, and we found fish a little bit everywhere. Logan Martin's a really good lake. A lot of fish here. I mean, there's fish everywhere we stopped. We saw fish, and we caught fish. But the big fish bite for us this week was, pretty much non-existent. I think Joe, 153 is the biggest fish we caught this week. So we just, never were on that big weight this week.
Right. And Joe, before we talk, congratulations to your Georgia Bulldogs, #1 team in the nation. They squeaked by St. Mary's or somebody yesterday.
The guys in the building across the street over here.
Yeah, my bad. That was I was teasing.
Alabama Birmingham, they got them.
They did. And hey, listen, they are legitimately the #1 team in the nation. And good.
Yeah, that's it on that.
That's it on that. I'm an SEC fan though, man. I'm from Kentucky, so it's all good. We have a basketball team there.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. I guarantee you that's right. All right, hey, talk to me about a great week on Lake Logan Martin, man. To make it here, 42 teams, that quality, in the Mr. Crappie Invitational, man, a top 10 finish, could be a top 5 finish for you guys. Outstanding week.
Yeah, I want to thank Wally Marshall. This is a great thing that he has done in the crappie industry. Everybody knows about his baits, rods, and all the other stuff, but he's a great guy also. He tries to put this on to build the crappie industry, and I love the guy. But anyway, the lake is a great lake. I want to thank all my friends, my family. Love y'all too. We did as good as we could. Want to thank my sponsors. Got a lot of them beat down. Ricky Willis makes sugar bugs over there in Georgia. We got like Thermocline lures. Blake and his buddy Mason are in the crowd here. They do a great job. K9 Line, Humminbird, Bill Carson, he's my buddy. Just a lot of guys. Everybody knows. I-hole jigs. There's a lot of stuff, Delta jigs out of Mississippi. But anyway, I don't want to bore y'all with all that. But it's great to be here, and it was a great tournament. And the person I want to thank the most is Eric Cagle. He taught me a lot this week, and I appreciate it. But he's a great guy. We had a blast, and I hope to do it again one day.
Absolutely. Joe, man, you're good on the mic too. Eric?
Man, Joe's one of those guys I can assure you all out here right now, there was never a dull moment in our boat this week. I can promise you that. It was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it too. But I got to thank my wife. All these guys up here behind us, most of us have another job. This is not something we do for a living. When we leave home for a week or two, somebody's got to hold that down at home and take care of everything. So I definitely want to thank my wife for that. The sponsors, our title sponsor for this tournament is Thermocline Lures. Those guys are here. They drove all the way from Texas to see us. We really appreciate what they do for us. Where are they at out there? There they go. 2 youngins right there. Thank y'all. We, like I said, we've already talked about the fishing. Joe's covered about all of our sponsors. Cornfield Crappie Gear makes the mounts that I use in the boat. Potsky Bait Company. What's that? Oh, Wetumpka Marine Electronics is a really big deal for us too. They take care of any issue I have on my boat, and they're local. They're here in Alabama, but I think I've covered everything. If I forgot somebody, I apologize, but we appreciate what y'all do for us, and thank you again, Wally, for having us here. We look forward to your event every year, and thank y'all for being here.
All right, good job, Eric. Joe, you said you needed to thank your biggest sponsors.
Yes, but my wife, my boss, you know what I mean? I got to thank her. But my kids, my son-in-laws, 2 son-in-laws had a kidney transplant right before a week before this tournament. So I'm in a rush to get back to Georgia, make sure everything's okay. And I love my family and love my friends and love y'all.
Hey, Joe, you and Eric, man, before you guys leave, if you guys can't win it, are you kind of pulling for a Bobcat over there?
Y'all are in trouble because I'm about to take this mic from him and give it back to Bobcat over here.
There you go. Eric Cagle, Joe Partenza. Great tournament for you guys. A top 10 finish in the 5th annual Mr. Crappie Invitational. Cha-ching, Bobcat.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hey, Chris, just a brief pause to let everybody know, in case you don't already, that coming up next month on October 6th, the state of Texas is going to do something that absolutely needs to be done. It's needed to be done for a long time now because they're going to put our dear friend, Wally Marshall, Mr. Crappie, in the Texas Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame. A tip of the hat to my dear friend, Wally Marshall. Congratulations, buddy.
Legend, that's a big, big deal.
That's a tough club to get into, man, and you're there. It's been voted on by some of the very best in the business, some of your Major League Fishing cohorts. People that know the business, know what they're talking about, have put Wally in, not only as an innovator, developing great products, but he cares. He works so hard for pan fishing, crappie fishing, year after year after year, and they recognize that, Wally. We all do. Hats off, partner. Appreciate you. I first met him when they opened up the Bass Pro Shop in Grapevine years ago, and I walked in there and I said, who is this nut with a deep fryer going inside the store? They don't let people do that. And I walked over and I said, who said you could start a grease fire in here? And he said, I know people. He knows everybody.
He does, absolutely.
Let's get these guys up here. If a fight starts in here, I'm on this team right here. I'm with these boys. I want you to meet Shiloh Chappelle and Patrick Stone. These guys know how to catch them, and they know how to catch them big. Come on up here, guys. Come around me. Welcome. Good to have you. Glad you're here. Come over here first. Tell me a little bit about where you live and your family.
I'm from Guntersville, Alabama. I still got some family back home in Illinois, but a lot of them came down and supported me today.
Well, that's cool. Like Chris always says, takes all of us pulling on the same rope, and they followed you a long way down the trail.
They did. They gave me a lot of support. My wife, she lets me do this. My sister, her boyfriend, aunt and uncle, father-in-law and mother-in-law, they're all here today.
Man, they must like you. That's all right. How about you, Patrick? Where's home?
Anderson, Indiana. Okay. I got some kids there and some family, and they're all watching on Facebook. None of them are here, but, you know, they stay home and hold down the fort while I go out and do what I like to do. So can't be mad about that.
That's good. Do they have any crappie in Indiana?
Oh, yeah, there's 1 or 2 around there.
Yeah. White crappie, black crappie, what do you do?
All those.
All those.
Yes, sir.
It's heaven. Y'all got pheasants up there?
Not too many pheasants anymore.
I was going to ask if you had a spare bedroom, but you just killed that. Hey, go see Chris. Let's see. I know you got 7 in the bag.
Oh, that's good stuff, man. Anderson's, that is north of Indianapolis. I got you, Indiana boy. All right, here we go. Patrick Stone and Shiloh Chappelle come into today in 6th place with 17.63 to dethrone Bobcat, the Whitlows. You're going to need 11:22. 11:22 will get it done. Put yourself in contention to win. 11.03. I heard that, cha-ching. I heard that. 11.03. Wow. Man, that is super close. We'll take your bag out, guys. Man. We'll weigh in the big fish for the tiebreaker, or if you've got one 2.04 or 5, it's a $3,000 crappie. $129,000 purse. Again, $50,000 goes to the winning team, Bobcat. $50,000. We're halfway done. Good job, guys. Patrick Stone and Shiloh Chappelle, 28.66. The lead right now is 28.84. Big fish goes 171. Good fish, guys. 7 good ones. Nice job, guys. 11-pound bag. All right, let's see your, hey, we want to take out your best 4 fish. Go to the front of the stage and smile, man. You're making television for us. Great job this week, guys. You're sitting right now in 2nd place. Trying to catch them for the 3rd time today. That's it. I got you. All right, let's hear it for Patrick Stone and Shiloh Chappelle. Moving to 2nd place, 6th to 2nd. $50,000.
It ain't about money, no way.
Isn't it?
No, sir.
I like it. Come on up here, guys. Let's go talk. He said it's not about the money. It's about the prestige. I love it. I love it. Come talk to me, guys. Come on up. All right, man. Indiana boy gets it done in Alabama this week.
Yes, sir. We fished hard, and probably today was probably our best day of fishing all week. I don't know. We found some fish pre-fishing and tried to catch them all week, and they wouldn't eat. Today they ate. That's where most of our weighing fish came from.
Yeah, man. It seems like the bite was a lot better for guys today, man. Is it conditions changing, or you guys are changing, or both?
Maybe both. I don't know. It just is what it is.
Yep.
We had a pretty good day today. That's just all I can say. Some days are, some days aren't.
That's part of fishing, man. Your best day on the final day. Break it down. How'd you catch them this week, man?
We went did a little bit different stuff this week than anybody else. We went upriver, tried fishing shallow in 6-7 foot of water, and that's what we did. We found those fish Saturday and just prayed they'd stay there till Friday this week, and they stayed all weekend. So that's about what we did. We tried some of the deep stuff, we just didn't like it.
Gotcha. Key baits.
I used the Jinko Mermaid most of the week, and Pat broke out a little power bait smelt this morning, which caught that 170 and 4 other fish real quick.
Yeah. 7 good ones today, man. A great finish. A top 5 finish.
That's what we're hoping for. We'll see there's some bags backstage.
I got you. That's the word on the street anyways. All right, man, any final words for anybody sitting in the crowd, anybody watching back in Anderson, Indiana, or anywhere in the Mr. Crappie universe?
Thanks to my son Dylan for taking care of things at work while I'm here. He makes it possible to do this. James Bailey, I think he's around here somewhere. He makes pop jigs. Those pop jigs, I guarantee you're going to lose it before you tear it up. They are some good jigs, you know. And I've caught a lot of fish on them. I know Shiloh has too, and of course Jinko fishing, canine fishing. They help us out a lot. And Bub's Daddy Bubblers. And, you know, just thank Wally Marshall for having this tournament and everybody for coming out and seeing us.
You know, for an Indiana guy, you kind of fit well in Alabama.
I've heard that before. You know, but I'm one generation away from Alabama. My grandpa was from here, and my grandpa on my dad's side was from Kentucky, and that's how I ended up in Indiana.
Kentucky. I like Kentucky, too.
Yes, sir.
There you go, man. All right, any final words? Great crowd for you.
This is a great crowd. If you're in the Logan Martin area and you're fishing, check out Lincoln Landing. That place, it's unreal. Chris, I know you've seen it this week. That's probably one of the best boat ramps I've seen in this country.
Yeah, me too. And I've seen a lot of them all over the country. 43 states I've been in the fishing game, and it is the best facility I've ever seen. Those lights that go down into the ramps in the 10 lanes.
Yeah, it's huge. The pavilions to the ramps, the docks, where it's at, where it's located, it's great for the whole lake.
Absolutely, and everybody down there that's working so hard, man, to make it smooth too. All right, anybody in the crowd you want to give a shout out to? Any final words? This is your time.
Yeah, just my wife, my mom back home. Pops Jigs, Canine Fishing, Coondog Saloon, Mountain Dew, Dale Owens with Buffalo Rock. I appreciate it. Crappie Monster. I know Jeremy Mattingly's around here somewhere. But that's about it.
You got it. Great tournament for you. You moved to second place. Congratulations, you guys. Shake hands with Bobcat there.
Hey, I want you guys to meet the Outlaws, or at least a couple of them. There were 4 Outlaws in this tournament, and 2 of them are still standing. Come on up here, guys. This is Whitey on my left, and on my right is Matthew. Matt, obviously it's a family affair. How old were you? How far back can you remember going fishing?
I mean, that was one of my first memories was fishing. I was literally in the boat before I could walk, so my whole life spent on the water.
And so did you put a balloon in his diaper to keep him afloat, or how'd that work?
I carried a lot of diapers with
you. Carried a lot of diapers in that boat with you. You've had a washing in that water before, I know that. And it's not just you and Dad; it's cousins. Your whole family's into this, right?
Oh yeah, I mean everybody in our family. It's a generational thing. We've all come up fishing, and my cousins don't do much fishing, but it's like his dad, his granddad. I mean, it's.
What's that?
That's why we all broke.
That's why they ain't got no money, then. But you're having a lot of fun. And now you have kiddos fishing?
I do. I have a 5-year-old Olivia and Maddie. Olivia's been fishing a couple tournaments with me. She's won, and Madison's gonna be in the boat here soon.
Now, a lot of you are looking at Whitey over here, and you're saying, hey, I know that guy from the Pursuit Channel. We've been watching you a while.
Yeah, I've had a pretty good run at this. Been doing it a long time.
Yeah, how long and what are you doing?
I've probably been in it 40-something years because I fished the first tournament I ever fished when I was 15 on Santee, and I kind of got hooked on it. And, hell, I wasn't no good at balls, so I figured I'd just stick with this.
Did you ever skip school to go fishing? Careful, your kid's listening.
Well, my senior year, I had to get a doctor to write me a prescription that I had mono.
Hey, wait a minute. We're not going to pass any more of that along. Have you got something you're proud of in that bag today?
Yeah, I'm going to throw some of this stuff out with these guys. This is from Catch the Fever and Slime Line. I'll just throw it out and let these kids.
Yeah, he brought goodies. That's good. It's almost Halloween. Have fun.
We like goodies. Courtesy of the Outlaws, who come into today in 5th place. It's Whitey and Matthew Outlaw. 2-day total on Lake Logan Martin were 17.71. Your leaders right now, Bobby and Bobby Jr. Whitlow, and they're king of the mountain with 28.84. We've got 5 teams left. So Whitey and Matthew Outlaw come into today 5th place with 1771. Bobcat, you nervous? The Temperance Pro hot seat, huh? Don't give it up. There you ain't gonna cry. All right, here we go. To take the lead from the Whitlows, the Outlaws need 11-14. 11.14. 7 in the bag on Championship Sunday. Worth 10.69, 1069. Cha-ching. He said, Whitey Outlaw just looked at a Bobcat and said, man, you just screwed up the whole pay schedule. He had it mapped out. All right, that's a pretty good fish, man. Good job today, guys. That one goes 1.50, a pound and a half. 1.50. Did you ask him if he locked down to Neely Henry or locked up to? All right, you guys take your 4 best fish, take them to the front. We're going to make some television, which Whitey Outlaw is very accustomed to making TV. Very successful television show. The Outlaws catch them all over the country, everywhere they go. Legends in the crappie world. And they are in 3rd place with 28.40, and that's unofficial. We will at the end of this thing. right, come talk to me real fast, guys. We have 4 teams left. Bobcat, hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. That's what they say in Alabama, right? Now, come on up here, guys. I'd like to get in the middle. There we go. Come on, Whitey. I'm just going to do a mic drop and be done with it. Great week on Lake Logan Martin. The things these guys are saying in my ear is just rough.
Yeah, it's been a long week. I mean, it's a lot of days of practice, and it's hot, man, and boat traffic was tough. But, you know, this live scope deal's changed a lot of it. But, yeah, hey, you see a fish, you got to cast to him maybe 30 times to get him to look up at the bait. And anything that you already know about fishing, forget it, because you change up every day. And we used a lot of little stuff, you know. Sure. And, hey, it was. And then some of them would run out there and pop it as soon as you got it down there, you know, 18 foot. The rest of them, you had to beg them. And all I done is got to dip up like normal and eat. But anyway, he caught most of it.
Pretty good championship day.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as I was hoping we'd have, but it's been a grind all week. The fishing's been tough, but I'm happy with what we did. I mean, we're here, and that's all that matters.
And all I know is you guys every single day. When I watch you guys on television, man, everything's real positive. All I know every day is how tough it is, yet you guys are sitting in 3rd place.
It still don't matter if it's tough. I'd rather be sitting right there.
I understand. I understand that.
Well, see, that right there screwed the whole deal up. We had kind of worked out back there, me and Cagle, all of us adding and subtracting, and, well, Bobcat. And, you know, it wasn't no need to come here and try to talk. He talked 45 minutes. There's nothing to say. I mean, I told him, I said, cut the power off. That's the only way you're going to leave. But, you know, we like to thank our sponsors. You know, Easy Drift helps pay the bills to get us here, and they got some of the best products on the market. And Catch the Fever, Slime Line, and Precision Crappie Rods, and Beat Down Mounts, and Cornfield Crappie Gear. They help us out. And, sponsored by War Eagle Boats. They do a deal back home in the swamp with us. And but, you know, we got a lot of sponsors. We've been very lucky, and very lucky to travel and do what we do. Blessed, you know, very many ways. And you know, I want to thank the family back home, because this hunting and fishing deal that I do, it works a hell of a strain. Trust me, because I stay going a lot. But, hey, it's life. I don't know nothing else. Like I told you, I wasn't no good at ball, you know. Got beat up too bad, so I started this, and I'm still getting beat up pretty good. Thanks a lot. Golly.
He is not happy with Bobcat.
No, he's not.
Any final words for a great crowd? Anybody watching anywhere in the Mr. Crappie universe?
I just want to give a shout out to my little girls, Olivia and Madison. I'll be home in a little bit.
I like it. I've asked this several times today. I don't know how your reaction is going to be to this, but if you guys can't win it, are you pulling for Bobcat back there to win it, maybe?
Well, I've been knowing that old boy there 30-something years. I pull for him. I love him to death. He's a good guy, and he sells my rods in his store, so hell yeah.
There you go. The Outlaws unofficially move into 3rd. You guys can shake hands there with Bobcat.
That
village, 4 left.
That village you talk about is starting to crumble a little bit here. Look at these guys. Hey, I want you to meet a couple of guys that live a long way apart, but they fish together in these big tournaments like that. Come on up here, Jeff and Randy. Jeff is from Texas. Randy is from North Carolina. Come around over on this side over here, Randy. You guys live so far apart. How did you ever hook up? How'd you meet each other and end up fishing with each other?
We met each other a long time ago, just fishing in tournaments against each other. And actually, I talked to Wally about I'd like somebody to fish with that knew how to shoot docks, because with live scope anymore, it's pretty much a one-pole deal. But, you know, shooting docks, 2 people, and that's kind of how we hooked up.
Okay. Well, it makes a lot of sense. Technique, I didn't put that together. But, Randy, it's well known. That's what you like to do. You love, you're good at it. Shooting docks.
Yes, I've shot docks for like 30 years, and we've been fairly successful shooting docks. And now LiveScope has kind of taken over things, but there's still that period in time when you can still do well on docks. And so when you've got a top-notch tree fisherman and a pretty good dock shooter.
A top-notch dock shooter.
Then you have a very strong team. And we were proving it in Wally's tournaments with a second, a third, and a fifth. And so this is a good partnership.
You know, right now, we assume that everybody in a crappie audience knows what we mean when we say we're shooting docks. But right now, somebody's scratching their head and they're saying, what, they carry a pistol in the boat or what? Explain what we're talking about.
Well, you know, I really believe, and I heard a long time ago, dock shooting started in Alabama. Is that right? Nobody knows? Well, I heard that years ago, that dock shooting actually started in Alabama.
Kentucky.
A lot of these lakes here have a lot of docks on them. And whether that be true or not, I don't know, but I did hear that. So I'm not telling them anything they don't know. Shooting docks has been in your rod back like a bow and arrow and shooting it under a dock and then fishing it out. And it makes it easier with LiveScope because you see where they're at, how big they are, how deep they are. If they move, be on one corner, another corner, you just follow them around with your LiveScope.
Come here with me, Randy. Come here real quick. Look at this. I want you to look at Bobcat over there. He looks pretty smug and content. You wouldn't hurt his feelings by bumping him out of there.
Oh, Bobcat's my buddy. I've known Bobcat for 20 years. He's a good guy. Me and him is buddies.
So you don't want to bump him out? You only want to weigh half of him or something?
By the way, you guys have 3 top 5 finishes without
really
a win
like
in this thing.
I really do like Bobcat.
I really do like him. Go see Chris, Jeff, and let's weigh these bad boys. Oh, yeah, look at that. We've got toys.
More goodies. Billy, more goodies.
I hear we have a great bag here, Chris.
Word on the street. We have a really good bag here. It's going to be fireworks. It's going to be Jeff Hyman and Randy Pope weighing in. They came into today in 4th place. 2-day total of 1786 on Lake Logan Martin. 2 good days of fishing. This is the 5th annual Mr. Crappie Invitational. You're looking at a team that has finished in the top 5 3 times in this event. That is this will be the 4th time they can pull that feat off and have a top 5 finish. They came into Championship Sunday in 4th place. To dethrone Bobcat, you're going to need 10.99. 10.99. New leaders, 11.76.
Hey!
Wow! Getting it done on Championship Sunday. Jeff Hyman and Randy Pope. 11.76 makes them king of the hill with 29.62. No more cha-chings. 2nd place, pretty good, Bobcat. That fish goes 173. 173, and they got a bag. Let's see your 4 best fish. Go make some television for us. Getting it done on Championship Sunday. Hyman and Pope, new leaders. And we have 3 teams left. They have finished in the top 5 3 times at the Mr. Crappie Invitational. Is this the year they get the win? So this will be their 4th top 5 finish since we have 3 teams left. All right, before you guys shake hands with Bobcat there, come see me real fast. I'm only going to say one on this side and one on this side. If I say anything else, it gets weird. Yeah, okay. Pretty good day. Best day, Championship Sunday.
It was a good day. We started out the first stump that we stopped at, I called a 138, and that was a really good start compared to yesterday, which was rough to start with. And then we moved on up, and the camera crew was on us on this other big stump, and I was catching some little ones, and all of a sudden I hooked something big, and I saw Jeff set the hook on something. He said, Randy. I said, I got a big one. He said, Randy. I said, I got a big one. Well, mine was a bass. His was the 173, and he had to net it himself, and I had to throw my bass back in the water. That's a bad sign. Anyway, the camera crew was on us, and we put on a good show. I kind of built it up a little bit. Bad to do that, yeah.
You're good at that, though. That takes talent.
Yeah. I just got away with words sometimes when I get excited.
Absolutely. Talk about keys to success this week. Jeff, how'd you guys catch them?
We were fishing up the river in anywhere from 8 to 19 foot of water, pitching and dipping laydowns and trees. So anyhow, we were using 9-foot Pro Series Wally Marshall poles and using Slab Daddies. Actually, olive oil was the premier color that we probably caught 99% of the fish on. And actually, we was using a bullet weight above that to give it a little extra weight, because we was using 16th ounce jigs just to help get it down, especially when the current started flowing.
Sure. Current, extremely important on Lake Logan Martin. Well, let me tell you something, man. You guys have 3 top 5 finishes. Now this will be the 4th top 5 finish in this event, with great fields and great competition. And the whole crappie world has been in and out of this building the last 3 days. It must be pretty good to be Randy Pope right now.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's good just to be with some of the best fishermen in the country, and with a lot of good people in Alabama. It's good to be here also. And as far as me, I just enjoy fishing. I'm kind of like what Dean Smith said many years ago when he was getting old, coach of the Carolina Tar Heels. He said, if I ever not get excited about a new season, I'll retire. And that's kind of the way I feel about crappie fishing, is that if I ever lose this passion for it, I'll just retire. It hasn't happened yet, because I still love it. I was wanting to say that I want to give a big shout out to Cream Lure with Chris and Ann Kent over there, and the Little Fishy. I told them yesterday, the Little Fishy has won a lot of money for me in 20 years. I'm serious. Some people have never heard of it, but it is a fish catching machine.
Well, let me tell you something before we wrap this up, man, and you guys shake hands. Had a Major League Fishing, one of the biggest names in Major League Fishing today on the Bass Pro Tour, send me a message after the day 1 weigh-in. Didn't say, hey, Chris, what's up, man? I see you're doing the crap. No. It said, dude, it's crappie, not crappie. I'm like, what? Hey, man, hadn't talked to you in a long time. How's it going? No. If I told you who it was, you know who he is, but he knows. He's watching. Whatever. Crappie.
I'm crappie. He's crappie.
Oh, you say crappie?
He does say crappie.
Yeah, see right there, man.
Wally wouldn't like me calling him Mr. Crappie.
Exactly. That sounds like a bad fish.
I mean, we're good friends and everything, but I call him a few things, but I've never called him Mr. Crappie.
Any final words for a great crowd, anybody watching you in the Mr. Crappie universe?
Yes. But anyhow, I'd like to thank Strike King and Luz, and of course Mr. Crappie, and Bullet Weights, AFCO, and PTG Outdoors. There's some of my better sponsors.
Absolutely. The Village.
Yes, I was wanting to say this. I've thought about this in the past 10 days. There was a preacher a long time ago that said that every day you spend on the water or in the woods, you add a day to your life. And I was thinking, well.
Was it Bobcat?
No, Bobcat didn't say that. But I think 9 out of the last 10 days I've been on the water, and so I think I've added like 9 days to my life. And I don't feel like it right now, but I think I've added 9 days to my life.
I love that right there, man. Hey, you guys shake hands with Bobcat. Congratulations. We got new leaders, Jeff Hyman and Randy Pope. Is this their year?
Hey, we're getting close, Chris. We're getting close. Here's a couple of guys that moved up a notch yesterday. I believe it was yesterday y'all bumped up one, right?
Yes, sir. We bumped up to third place.
Okay, and now you'd like to bump up a couple more, right?
Yes, sir, we would.
Is that going to happen?
We'll see when they hit that.
Okay, so there's a chance. There's a chance. You guys love to crappie fish, obviously. Do you fish a lot of tournament fishing?
I do a little tournament fishing with a few different tournaments, but got Alabama Crappie Masters and some others. But I love to shoot docks, and I love to fish brush.
Aaron Knight and Ronnie Blees and Aaron Knight. So do you guys fish together a lot, or do you have different partners? How'd y'all end up together?
We used to fish together, and we got back together for this tournament, and we're going to fish another one at Old Hickory. Okay. Yeah.
Is that because y'all get along, or like those guys over there? One's really good at docks, one loves timber. They make a good team. Is there a strategy like that, or y'all just get along?
We have the same fishing style, really, and it gels.
And people think that doesn't make a difference, but it does, right?
Yes, sir. See, Ronnie and me, when I first started fishing, I was an old bank fisherman under bridges, and I didn't have a boat. So one day I seen Ronnie on Facebook, and I just hit him up, and he just asked me that I want to start fishing tournaments.
Wow, what a nice guy. That was awesome. That was great. And here you are on the $50,000 stage.
50,000. Ooh, I love to have that.
Yeah, you'd love that. There's black crappie. There's white crappie. Yesterday you were explaining the difference to me. There are differences, right?
Yeah, white crappie are a lot easier to get to, commit to the jig. Boy, those black crappie, especially on Logan Martin, they were tough to get the bite.
Yeah, and you'll find black crappie, I guess, in different places than you'll find white crappie a lot of times. So where would I find a black crappie? Don't say in the ice chest.
That's where you find them at. Now, usually on this time of year, they're on brush pretty good, and I don't know where the white crappie were at. I think we caught.
Been here 10 days, and you're still looking for them, right?
Yeah. I think we had one. We caught one decent white crappie all week.
All right. 7 in the bag. Let's see what they weigh. You want to? Yes, sir. All right, let's go.
Here we go. Aaron Knight and Ronnie Blees come into today in third place with 18.05, 18.05. To dethrone Hyman and Pope, you're going to need 11.58. 11.58. We'll watch it together. Here we go. 7 worth. 9.94. 9.94. So a solid championship Sunday. We're going to go ahead and weigh your big fish out of there to break any potential tiebreakers. The big fish of the tournament so far is 2.04 by the team getting ready to weigh in next. And I said this yesterday, man, after the weigh-in, Aaron Knight and Ronnie Blees, laser focus this week. Took them all the way to Championship Sunday. We'll weigh her, and then we'll pull out your best 4. Let you guys go make some TV for us. Big fish goes 1.45, 145. Good catch, guys. Nice job. Let's see your 4 best crappie. You can take them all the way front and center. We're going to make a little TV. You're looking at the team of Aaron Knight and Ronnie Blees. They came into today in third place. It is a top 10 finish for them. A great week on Lake Logan Martin in the 5th annual Mr. Crappie Invitational. They'll receive part of that $129,000 purse at the conclusion of this weigh-in. Well, good job, guys. Let's go talk about it. We have 2 teams left. All right. Let's talk about a great week, man. I said this at the end of the weigh-in yesterday. I was weighing you guys the first 2 days down there on the lake. You guys were laser focused, man, and I felt really good about your chances coming into today. And that's a great finish, man. And with these guys, great competition. I know you're happy with your week.
Well, we happy with the first 2 days. We had some bad mishaps with a couple of fish that cost us probably almost a pound. But that's tournament fishing in the summer. Sure. We got to get a little better at taking care of those fish.
Yep, that does happen sometimes. But overall, good week for you guys. guys, man. Know you're happy with the finish?
Oh yeah, we had a great time. Like he said, we had some mishaps. That's going to happen in tournament fishing, but against this competition, I'm happy with what we done.
Absolutely. How'd you catch them? Keys to success.
We were mostly casting the brush piles. Yeah.
Brush pile fishing. Brush pile fishing 101. Key baits?
We had some small limits tackle, real little bit, probably about an inch, little tadpoles and little shads, and then we had some Delta Jig Company hair jigs, 132 and 164. The only thing we can really give them a bite.
Gotcha. Super, super finesse. What about line size?
He was fishing with 6. I went to 4. I wanted to fish with 2 pound test. Anything that could help those black crappie, get tricked one to bite.
Absolutely. Well, hey, this is your time. A great week for you. It's going to be a good payday for you and your partner, man. Anybody in the Mr. Crappie University want to give a shout out to watching online?
Yeah, let me get a shout out to Lemons Tackle. That's one of my sponsors. He helped us a lot with those little small jigs. And Delta Jig Company, Jason, he was here for the weigh-in down there 2 days. And boy, those hair jigs, we caught most of our fish on those.
Gotcha. Any final words? Your time.
I just want to thank the good Lord and for keeping everybody safe all week and everything. And I want to thank my wife for letting me do this, and Delta Jig Company.
There you go. Yeah. I like it. Aaron and Ronnie, good job to you guys, man. Great week for you. Top 10 finish for you guys. Great week. You guys can shake hands with Hyman and Pope. 2 teams left.
Boy, it's getting tight. The air in this room is getting tight. I want to remind you to stick around after we weigh because we're going to give away those Cajun fryers. There is an incredible giveaway coming up after we finish tonight. Mr. Crappie, Wally Marshall is going to be up here, and drawing names, we're going to give away some incredible stuff. So these folks are not the only winners. Jonathan Phillips is the big one. His son Wyatt is the short one. They couldn't fish together day one because day one was a school day, and you were a good boy. You went to school and loved every minute of it, didn't you, Wyatt?
Nope.
No. It was a hard day to be at school. Tell me what you were going through.
I had a hard time concentrating on my work. Yeah. I couldn't stop thinking about the tournament. Yeah. Wondering how good my daddy was going to do.
Well, and Dad went off fishing without you. I bet he never skipped school for a day and went fishing, did you, Dad?
No, sir.
No, not at all, not at all.
My dad's sitting out here too, so I don't know if there's a limitation on.
You can't tell the truth.
I grew up in an area where I still got butt whooping, so he'd probably come up here right now. So.
That's exactly right. Now, for you to fish with your son, which was your goal coming here, you knew you had to get out there and bear down on day one. You were in the boat alone fishing for 2, trying to make the cut to day 2 to fish with him, and you did it. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was probably one of the best hour or 2 hours I've had in a tournament, and I'm not going to tell you I expected it. I was culling fish, and I pulled up the I believe it was a 204, and it's just like the whole day changed. I come back actually to the same stump, and I pull a 1 3/4 fish off the same one, and that fish actually bit twice. I missed him, and that hadn't happened since. But I thank the Lord. I mean, you need stuff like that to do well in a tournament. It's not always pure skill, so that's just good fortune.
Yeah, it sure is. Now, one thing old Dad did on day 1 was catch a giant. I believe, Chris, isn't that the only 2-pound fish we have?
The only one. It's a $3,000 fish right now.
$3,000, Wyatt. Do you think about that at all? What would you do with $3,000? I mean, that's like $1 million.
I really do not know.
That's really good. That's really good. Well, it looks like y'all have goodies. Do that and go see Chris, and we're going to find out what's happening here with you guys. They brought in 7.
Let's see what kind of arm he's got. Jonathan Phillips, Wyatt Phillips. Jonathan by himself was your day 1 leader, over 10 pounds out of the gate day 1 on Friday. That was anchored by that 2.04 kicker. That still holds as the big fish of the tournament so far, a $3,000 fish. They came into today in 2nd place with 18.75. And And they were right on the heels of our leaders, Kevin Wiley and Chase Petty. But Jeff Hyman and Randy Pope threw a wrench into all that. They are the current leaders, King of the Hill, with 29.62. So to take the lead, Jonathan Phillips and Wyatt Phillips, to take the lead from Hyman and Pope, you're going to need 10.88. Here we go. Watch it with me. 10.16. 10.16. So Hyman and Pope survive second place. They've got one team left. Man, that's got you guys at 28.91. And I believe that is second place, $20,000 for second place. Pretty good payday. We'll go ahead and weigh the big one. We'll let you guys show off your four best fish. 10.16, so close. Wow, man. All the same size, all good ones. Good job, guys. That's all good.
Wyatt said he caught them all because he's the net man.
That's what he said. Go with that one. That works. They're all good ones, man. 1.20, 120. So you guys, let's make some television. Take them out front. Wyatt, make sure you're smiling, man. You're a future superstar in this sport. Hey, let's give it up for Jonathan and Wyatt Phillips. Hey, take them all the way to the front, guys. All the way to the front. All the way out there and smile. Wyatt sits right behind that first place trophy. Is that what we're going to see in the future right there? I think that is your future right there. Wyatt stands right behind the first place trophy. Future superstar. We have the platform to do it. Thank you to Wally Marshall, Mr. Crappie. For sure. Building the next generation of anglers. Well, let's go talk about it before you guys shake hands. One team left. One left. All right. Hey, Wyatt, come on over here. Or somebody. Pretty good day.
He's feeling the pressure over there a little bit. Hey, it's hard for me to be disappointed, but I'm going to tell you something. We had one fish in there that didn't even hardly make a pound, and all we needed was one big fish, and we're sitting right over there. But it's a true blessing to be on this stage right now with my son. So I thank Mr. Crappie. I thank Lincoln and all the awesome facilities, and this has been great. This is as close as I felt to famous, and I know I'm not. We had a camera in the boat with us. We had a marshal. We had 4 people in a boat, and I had a camera. I think it was hitting the back of my head a couple times, and you know, it was awesome. It was really awesome, and he had a blast. He had a blast, and if you can get him fired up and talking over there, you're going to do something. So thank y'all for being here.
All right, Wyatt. Do you love fishing, man, or what?
Yes, I love it.
Love crappie fishing?
Yes.
Love tournament fishing?
Yes.
You told me yesterday you've seen me on TV, right?
Yes.
Well, we're on TV together now, brother.
Yeah, I realize that.
I realize that's pretty awesome, man. Well, I want to tell you something, man. You think you're honored. I'm honored because you are the future of the sport. And you did a really good job on and off the water because you're really good on this mic, too. You're going to win some money today.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of money, thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it sounds pretty amazing.
Any ideas what you're going to do with that?
No, I'm thinking.
Capri Suns and snack packs?
No.
More fishing stuff?
Yes.
There you go. I'm really proud that you went to school on Friday because I know your heart was with Dad and here, but that showed some serious maturity, and I'm proud of you for doing that, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You want to say anything to a great crowd or anybody back there on those cameras we're making television, watching anywhere in the Mr. Crappie universe?
Well, I'd like to say hey to my mom. She's sitting right there, and my grandparents. And I'm sure my other grandparents might be watching on Facebook right now.
No girlfriends, right?
No.
Atta boy, what I'm talking about. You want to thank your sponsors?
Yes, I'd like to thank ACC Crappie Sticks, ATX Lures, and Fearless Jigs. Oh yeah, and Stoddard's Bait and Tackle.
Yeah, so he cleaned that up for me. ACC Crappie Sticks. I know Andy's here somewhere. I'm looking around. There's Andy right there. Hey, this guy supported me. You know, I got in with ACC when he got the first green rod in the door, and we started working on rods. And you know, he's a guy. You know, I can call him back and say, "Hey, Andy, we got to work on this," and he works on it. And he's really got a good lineup of rods. And you know, last couple of years I hadn't been to as many tournaments as I used to, but he still had my back, all right? And he called me, picked up the phone and called me and said, "Hey, Jonathan, you going to get in that tournament?" I said, "You're going to make me think about it, aren't you?" So, you know, I'm here for Wyatt, but I'm also here because, you know, Andy said, "Hey, man, you know, go fish that tournament." So thank you to ACC, ATX Lures, Stoddard's Bait and Tackle, Delta Jig. Please don't let me forget anybody. Thank y'all again. Let me get off this stage, y'all. Y'all did a great job out here, and we appreciate it.
Great job, Jonathan. Great job. Wyatt, you're the future, buddy. Great job, man. Shake hands. Absolutely.
Chris,
Wyatt, won't you come right back here? Because we're getting ready to crown a champion. You guys can come to the back here, and we'll see if you win that $3,000 for the big fish. And we've got one team left, Billy.
Yes, sir. You know, he's 10 years old and he's got sponsors. When I was 10, I had measles. It's big. The world has changed. Y'all come up here. These guys have got their eyes on you, Randy and Jeff. They're shooting for you. Come up here, one on either side of me. This is Kevin Wiley and Chase Petty. Kevin, come on over here on this side. Kevin and Chase. Now, first, let's check your health because you hadn't been able to talk the whole time you're here. And he's been calling all the shots. You got a voice today?
Just a little bit.
Oh, it's a little better today. That's
better today. I've struggled all week.
Yeah, you sounded like a squirrel past couple of days.
It's been bad, been tough.
Yeah, but it hadn't affected your fishing. You guys have had a good week, Chase.
Yeah, he got to tell me what to do today, so it was a little bit worse on me. He actually got to talking. Anyway.
Well, the stuff you were doing in practice a week ago now. Has that held up through the tournament? You guys have caught fish every day.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, it's held up. I mean, a few of the brush piles didn't work out. A few of them did. But our pattern pretty much held up to what it was, and we didn't leave nothing else out there today. We hit everything.
You fished hard. What'd y'all have for lunch?
Didn't have lunch.
That's what I figured you were going to say. Y'all fished right on through lunch. Do you have a wife at home?
I do have a wife at home, and Libby Lou's at home. I'd like to shout out to her, and my mom and dad are watching, and my other grandchildren as well. Yeah. So happy to be here.
Yeah, I guess you are. And Chris talks all the time about you got to have family support. And that's a big deal. Without the okay at home, it ain't okay.
Yeah, my wife's right here in the front row.
Just take her with you. That's how you do that.
Yeah, she's here. She's making sure.
I know you guys have a bag you're excited about, and you brought some goodies too. Let's go trick or treat a little and then weigh some fish.
All right, here we go. Kevin Wiley and Chase Petty went out in boat number 1 this morning, first place. A 2-day total of 19.33. They were the king of the hill coming into Championship Sunday. Now, Kevin and Chase, while I got you guys up here, Randy, you and Jeff, come on over. Why don't you guys face off here, man? Put your dukes up. No, we want the dukes up. We want the dukes up. Square off, because you guys are fighting for $50,000 first place prize. Hey, we're going to make a little TV. Really get your dukes up real fast. Put your dukes up. That's not a gentleman's sport right now, man. $50,000 separates gentlemen's. Hey, said I'm a lover, not a fighter. Let's make some television. This is a TV making moment. So you guys, let's have Kevin and Chase on this side. The challengers now. Let's bring up Jeff Hyman and Randy Pope on this side. The kings of the hill right now. And we're making television. We crown our champions. We want you to get loud and proud. But let's have a practice run at that. Let's hear it for your final two teams to weigh on Championship Sunday. Let's hear it. Birmingham, Alabama. We're making television. Your crowning moment. All right, here we go. Kevin Wiley and Chase Petty. For the win, you need 10.30. 10:30. Anything less, Jeff Hyman, Randy Pope, champions. You ready? You ready? Let's do it. 7 fish on Championship Sunday for Kevin Wiley and Chase Petty. Looking for 10:30. 10.63. Wow!
Oh,
your champions, Kevin Wiley and Chase Petty. They take out Jeff Hyman and Randy Pope for the win on Championship Sunday. Wow! Golly. We'll weigh the big fish. We'll let you show your 4. Wyatt, come see me, man. We're going to make a little television for you, too. If they don't have a 2.04 right here, you're $3,000 richer. Is that one weigh 204? What? That looks pretty big. Gotta weigh it. Gotta weigh it. Put her in there. Their big fish today goes 1.41. You're looking at your big fish champion. $3,000 richer. Wyatt Phillips, the 10-year-old with $3 grand. It's a lot of video games. All right, you guys take the winning stringer to the front. There you go. Kevin Wiley and Chase Petty are your champions. Wow! They win the 5th annual Mr. Crappie Invitational. Let's go talk about it, and then I know Mr. Crappie's got some money. Come see me real fast, guys. One of you on this side, one on that side. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. You got your voice back a little bit, though, man.
Yep, just very little bit. This has been a wonderful week. Chase and I have been fishing for, I don't know, about 3 years together. It's been absolutely a learning experience for me. The facilities are second to none, and Wiley runs a first-class tournament. I don't fish many of them, but this is first class. And I don't think I'll ever be I'll never be happier than I am now. How about that?
It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, Chase. Great week, man.
Yeah, we had it a little bit closer than I would have liked today. We really struggled. But, we really never got down on ourselves. It just, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. We had 2 good days, and we really never ever thought we had it, really. I knew we was like, well, if we had a bad day today, we just did. So, but I knew it was going to be close.
Absolutely. Well, you got it done, man. You had just enough. Break it down. Keys to success. How'd you catch your fish?
I scanned. So this tournament was totally different than a lot of tournaments that I fished in. I knew after day 1 this was going to be a little bit different. And I come from Kentucky Lake, and I got to use my side scan this week. And I side scanned 4 days. If you take we didn't fish much. We side scanned, and we found a little deal out on the main river with stumps, deep stumps. And I am from Reelfoot Lake, but I've come to love Pickwick Lake, where I'm not guiding, and I love fishing deep. And I don't know why I love fishing deep coming from Reelfoot, but I kind of found my comfort zone in it, and fishing deep stumps like we do on Pickwick, and I ran with it this week.
That's good stuff right there, man. Well, you're the champions, $50,000 richer. And before we start giving away the money and the hardware, I know you have some thank yous. It does take a village.
Absolutely. You know, we'd like to thank Danny at Performance Fishing Products. His visualizer is second to none. Y'all need to call him up and buy one of those. I mean, that's it. It just really makes the fish pop. And, you know, ATX Lures and family at home for supporting me and letting me come do what I like to do. I love this. And Chase for letting me fish with him.
Good stuff right there.
Yeah, we have a lot of great sponsors. You mentioned ATX, Performance Fishing Electronics, Cornfield Fishing Gear, all of our mounts. They took a beating the last few days on this. It's Logan Martin on Saturday and Sunday, so people can imagine what that was like. K9 Fishing Line, Crappie Forever. I'm sure I'm missing some. Jack 'em Jig, Harry Jigs, and Camus Boats. So if I'm missing some, I'm sorry. And my wife, who is right here in the front row.
There you go. Your biggest sponsor.
She's the main one. She takes a lot of it. Yeah.
And if there's a tear rolling down her cheek right now, it's really not because she loves you so much. It's because of that check that Wally Marshall has right behind us right now. That is why she's crying. $50,000 richer. Kevin Wiley and Chase Petty getting it done on Championship Sunday. Your champions. We say this all the time, though. The money spins, but the hardware lasts forever. That trophy right there, that is extremely important. You want to hand out the hardware too, Wally? We have trophies. Money spins, but the hardware lasts forever. Let's bring up our third place team.
Hey, you guys stick around. We're about to give away a bunch of really cool stuff coming up here in just a minute or two.
All right, here we go. Our third place team, 3 days on Lake Logan Martin with 28.91 and the big fish. So you can tack on $3,000 more to that 15. A total of $18,000 in winnings goes to Jonathan and Wyatt Phillips. They finish in third place on Championship Sunday. Three-day total of $29.62. That belongs to the team that has 4 top 5 finishes in the Mr. Crappie Invitational, and they are $20,000 richer. Jeff Hyman and Randy Pope. They finished second. So grab that second place trophy. It's coming, Randy. It's coming, Randy. And once again, your day 3 champions, 29.96 for a 3-day total, belongs to Kevin Wiley and Chase Petty, getting it done on Championship Sunday with $29.96. Let's hear it. Kevin Wiley, Chase Petty, your champions. The money spins, but the hardware lasts forever. Hey, one more time, let's get our first place team right there in the front. Our second place team flanking them on the right side. And then let's bring back up Jonathan and White on the left side. There are your top three finishers right there from the 5th annual Mr. Crappie Invitational. Let's hear it for those 3 teams and the top 10 that made it to Championship Sunday. $129,000 purse. I will have to say,